everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little life update because I haven't filmed or uploaded a video in like 2 weeks, maybe going on 3. I believe it's just been 2 weeks. So it's been a hot minute since I've been uploading, although regularly I have not been uploading a video in a couple of months. It's been a very long couple of months. So I thought it was time that I let you in on some things going on in my personal life and what has been happening to me in my personal life. I have my cup of coffee here. It just has a little bit of almond milk and I'm about to spill it on myself. So let's go ahead and get into what's going on. So I guess we should start back in February. I think that's the most appropriate place to start, and that's probably where you'll notice a lot of things changing on my channel. So in December timeframe, I think I came on here and I posted a video about the fact that I was thinking about quitting YouTube, and I was super depressed. Actually, like the whole year 2015, I did like my planner walkthrough, and you could see where my depression was like kind of going in and out. Like it was super bad some days, you know, some weeks it was really good, some weeks I could barely get out of bed and go to work, like severely depressed during the year of 2016. So a new year came about in 2017, and a big thing about me is I can move wherever. My career is so that if I get a great job offer somewhere, I can move. And so I did get a really good job offer in Atlanta. It was going to be managing a very large property, and I decided I was going to move. I signed the offer letter, I did everything like that, and then at the last minute I decided to stay. So a good 2 to 3 week time frame. I was visiting Atlanta several times, looking at the property, looking over reports, just kind of figuring all that stuff out. I'm very methodical when it comes to moving and changing properties because I'm very funny about where I work. Not to say I wouldn't just work anywhere, but just to say I want to know what I'm getting into. That's just who I am. I'm a planner, obviously. I have a planner YouTube channel. And so that was most of February. I was dealing with that, and the beginning of March. So if you notice why I didn't post a whole bunch of videos, that was why. So I ended up staying in Montgomery, where all of my family and friends are from. I stayed at the property with the company that I am currently with now, which I am very happy that I did stay because I have had a lot of health issues come up that I never would have known about if I hadn't have stayed with this property, community, company, everything like that. So the next thing that happened is I decided that it was time that I get an actual primary care physician. So for a very long time, I think the last like primary doctor I had was a pediatrician. I know that's like super sad because I'll be 25 in July, but it's actually really common for a lot of people in their early 20s, which is me. I'm still in the early. I'm not in the late yet. So it's pretty common for those my age to just go to like urgent cares or dock in the boxes if you're from the South. And that's just all I ever did from like the time I left my pediatrician until like this past year. All of a sudden it just kind of hit me. I am turning 25. I'm very freaked out about turning 25, like super freaked out. I know it's ridiculous because everyone's like, you're so young. I get that. I get I'm very young. I've always had a really hard time with aging. When I turned 21, I got super upset. When I turned like 24 last year, it was just a hot mess. When I turn 30, it's probably going to be even worse. I just have a really hard time accepting change in general. And aging is one of those things that just really bothers me mentally. I don't know why. It always has. So when I turned 24, I'm coming up on my 25th birthday in July, I decided it was time that I became an adult, and I went to a doctor. In all honesty, it was really just to check for hypothyroidism and to get some anxiety medication. I told you last year in 2016 my depression was horrible, and during the first part of 2017 my depression wasn't so bad, it was more of my anxiety. I was having weekly panic attacks, like 2 or 3 a week, and they were so debilitating that it was just exhausting. I would sleep for 5 or 6 hours after work. After I had a panic attack at work or I had a panic attack on the way home, like it was mentally, physically, emotionally exhausting for me. And so I decided it was time for me to go and get the help that I needed. So I signed up with a new doctor in town, and I simply went in. I said, you know, I'm having issues with anxiety. I think I do have hypothyroidism because it does run in my family. And she said, okay, fine, we'll do a full panel blood work. So we did the TSH, we did all the blood counts, all that jazz, metabolic panels, we did everything. Because I told her I hadn't had a doctor in a really long time. I just wanted to check for everything. And as most of you know, I am overweight. It's not a big surprise. I am obese. I've been obese practically my entire life. I was super skinny as a baby. Started out at 7 pounds, and I just kept growing from there. So I was used to a doctor telling me I needed to lose weight, so I did start losing weight. I started trying to eat better or whatever within the first week. So the first time I went to the doctor was on April 17th, and I got my blood drawn, and I talked to the doctor and everything like that. I'm looking at my phone as a reference. So on the 21st, which was the following Friday, the 24th, which was the following Friday, I got my results back. And she told me that my levels for my thyroid are super high, which means I do have hypothyroidism. But also my liver levels are also very, very high. So I think my ALT or my AST, one of them, like the normal range is like something in 48, and mine was like 311. And then another one was like something to 10. It's the ALT and the AST is the ones that are off right now. It's liver enzymes. And mine was like 80. And I was like, okay. So I went in just testing for a thyroid issue, and I had no idea I had a liver problem. Liver issues don't run in my family. Everything else runs in my family. But liver issues is not one of those things that runs in my family. So that was super shocking, surprising, like, what is going on? So she was like, I want to retest you just to make sure it wasn't a fluke, because sometimes alcohol, Tylenol, anything like that can spike your levels. And I said, okay. So she said, don't take alcohol, don't take Tylenol, don't do any of that. I want you to abstain from all of those things, and then come back on Wednesday. We will have a fasted blood test. So that is exactly what I did. So now we're on to March 28th, which was, March 29th. That was a Wednesday morning. I went to the doctor at 7 a.m. and I had my blood work taken. I had a gnarly bruise, which has finally gone away because my veins roll. Really, my body is just doing everything against me at this point in my life. So I had my fasted blood work, and then I got the results back on the 31st of March, and my liver levels had actually increased. So by this time I'd actually lost a total of 8 pounds, and in those 8 pounds she thought maybe it was just attributed to weight, and unfortunately my levels went up. So I think they went up by 10 points each. I know one went from 80 to 90, and I think the other one went up to almost like 320. So 10 to 15 points. Both of my liver enzyme levels went up. So I lost weight and they went up, which is not normal. Normally when you lose weight, they go back down. So she said, obviously we do need to go and send you in for an ultrasound. So I had an ultrasound on April 5th, which was a Wednesday as well. Apparently Wednesday is the day for me to go to the doctor. So I had an ultrasound on Wednesday as well, and that was first thing in the morning. It was a fasted ultrasound. They did the liver, they did the kidneys, pancreas, gallbladder, all of the digestive organs in there. And first of all, I should need to let everyone know that a ultrasound is not all it looks like on a TV or a movie screen. It looks like super simple and they just glide across your body and an image pops up. No, they have to like dig to find organs, and it's just not comfortable. I have a whole new respect for all pregnant women now because of that event, because it was not comfortable. I had a bruise on my rib from her trying to find my kidneys, and she was doing really good at her job. It was just not what I thought it was going to be. So on Wednesday I had the ultrasound. I called the doctor on Thursday and they hadn't got the results yet. She said give me a call back on Friday. So I called her back on Friday and I waited for like 20 minutes for her to get done with the patient, for her to tell me that I have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So She looked at my ultrasound and she was like, I do want you to go to a specialist to get a second opinion, but honestly, in my personal opinion, with the high liver levels that you have and the ultrasound that I saw, I believe you have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So I want to send you to a specialist so that we can go ahead and get your levels in order, okay? Because at this point, I'm losing weight. I've lost a total of 15 pounds in almost like 2.5 to 3 weeks, and my liver levels are still rising. So something is off somewhere, and so she's going to try and send me to a specialist as soon as she possibly can. And she told me to just keep what I'm doing as far as my diet and exercise, and manage my stress level. So in case you don't know, with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, you can't drink alcohol, obviously, because that affects your liver, but you also can't have Tylenol, you can't have anxiety medication, you can't have antidepressants, you really can't have anything, okay, besides like vitamins, and that's it. I can have ibuprofen, but I can't have Tylenol. So, any of the other stuff I can't have. And if you remember, I originally went to the doctor for anxiety and depression. She's like, I can't give you that with your liver levels the way that they are. And I was like, okay, great. So I have been working out 6 days a week to manage my anxiety and manage my depression. And honestly, it's been working really, really good for me. I've been eating a very well-balanced diet. I do have some of my days where I'm like, I just need a Starbucks coffee, or I just need like a burger from somewhere, or I need some Chick-fil-A. But for the most part, I am eating very healthily, something like that. I'm eating very healthy, and I'm very proud of myself for the fact that I have lost 15 pounds, and I'm also very proud of myself in the fact that it hasn't really gotten me down too much that I do have this disease. One of the biggest concerns with me is that I did know someone that had this. She was an old manager of mine, and she had to get a liver transplant. She had alcoholic fatty liver disease, so it's a little bit different, but she had to have a liver transplant, and that's all I thought about is she had to have a liver transplant. She was a property manager. I'm a property manager. What if my job is too stressful? I don't have a backup plan. I don't have another job to do. That's what's been kind of going through my head lately, and that's been the bulk of most of my anxiety. I can eat right, and I can try and lose weight, and I can do all of that, but unfortunately, I don't have another job to do. This is my career, and I don't want to do another job. I love what I do. I really, really do. If you follow me on Snapchat and you follow me on Instagram, or if you're friends with me on Facebook, like, you know how much I love my job and my career, and the idea of not being able to do it because of the stress, like, breaks my heart, like, on so many levels. I love what I do. And so that's just kind of where I'm at now, is I'm trying to eliminate everything else and focus only on my health. I'm trying not to stress myself out too much about work. When I leave at 6 o'clock, I'm turning myself off. I'm not worried about it. I go straight to the gym right after work too. So if I did have a super crazy day, at least I'm getting all of my stress, anxiety, everything out at the gym. I'm not running through a drive-thru. I'm not eating fast food. I'm going straight to the gym, and I'm working out. Another thing you probably all want to know is kind of what kind of workout regimen I am doing. So I have a personal trainer that I train with every time he's at the gym. I'm usually there, except for on Wednesdays. He's off that day. So I do an hour of cardio, usually at least 30 to 50 minutes of cardio. Sometimes I do all the way to an hour, but somewhere between the 30 to 50 minute cardio range. And then we do full range of body workouts. So we'll do abs, we'll do legs, we do arms, and I can already tell a really huge difference in my muscle composition and the way that my body is changing, and I'm very, very excited, you guys. So if nothing else, I found out early, I found out young. I found out when I was 24, so hopefully I don't have cirrhosis or scarring of the liver, if you don't know what cirrhosis is, which is a really good thing, and hopefully me losing this weight and eating healthy and everything like that is going to eventually help my numbers go down. I'm praying that it is. I'm praying that it's not my stress level, and I'm trying to stay super positive about this. I do have my moments. I had a breakdown on Friday night after I left the gym because I'm a planner, and right now, really the past month, I've been waiting on results and waiting on results and waiting on results and not knowing an answer, not knowing a plan. And I'm a planner, and that really bothers me, and it gives me so much anxiety because I don't know what's going to happen. I've always been that way. Change really scares me. It's just, I should really see a therapist about that. I really should. Maybe I'll try and go do that too and go to a specialist. But it scares me, and this whole thing of what's about to happen in my life is scary. I can't drink alcohol anymore, so I can't just enjoy like a glass of wine. I can't do any of that. I can't have Tylenol, so Lord forbid I get a cold or something, because everything over the counter has Tylenol in it. So I'm screwed. I'm gonna have to go to a doctor every single time because I don't have anything to take. So it's just scary, and I'm super excited though because it has made me get healthy. But at the same time, I'm just really concerned about my numbers. So I did want to give you guys an update on my personal health life as far as YouTube and everything like that. I am going to be pulling back a little bit from YouTube just because it's not a stress making videos for you guys. I love making videos for you guys. But at the same time, it's something added onto my plate. And at this point, I just want to clear everything off besides the things that have to be there. My job has to be there. That's where I make my income. It's where I pay my bills. I have to have a job. It has to be on the plate. And then the second thing is gym. I go to the gym every single day after work. So work or I'm at the gym. So if you want to stay up to date on doctor's visits and appointments and everything like that, then be sure to follow me on Snapchat and Instagram, because I am always posting on there, or I'm trying to post a little bit more frequently on there since I'm not posting YouTube videos. I'll try to still post my planner spreads whenever I do them. It's just not something I'm really focusing on right now. I'm trying to focus more on my health and making sure that I am good to go, because at the end of the day, I can't post videos for you guys forever and ever and ever, amen, if I'm too sick to do it. So I'm trying to take care of me. I hope you guys understand. I know you will understand, and I just really want to personally thank you guys so much for being so emotionally invested in me throughout this entire journey of finding out what's wrong and then just being there, you guys. Like, I'm gonna like cry. I cry to Alex all the time because I don't get it. I don't get how 1,000+ people are so concerned about me. And if you have a YouTube channel, then you understand exactly where I'm coming from. It's so surreal. I grew up not having a ton of friends. In high school, I was not a popular kid. I wasn't anything like that. And now to be almost 25 years old and to have so many people invested in my life is just the most amazing blessing I could ever have been given from the Lord above. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why I deserve it. I don't get why he picked me, but I'm super blessed that he did. And regardless of what happens on this journey, I will definitely keep you guys updated. I am thinking about posting maybe some workout videos or some stuff like that when I eat throughout the day. And so that may be coming to my channel, so you may see more of my face videos versus planner videos, but I promise to keep you guys in the loop. I love you guys. Thank you for watching this super long video, and I will check you later. Bye, guys.